It wasn't a serious topic, but everybody's so quiet, looks so serious. I'm sure some of you already know John Maxwell, right? He's a pastor. He wrote a lot of leadership book. I really enjoying his book, and one of the book title is Failing Forward, right? You know, some people fail and then they go backward, but what he said, failing and you're still able to move forward. And there are seven categories, seven things that achievers, what they do when they face a failure. So first, when achievers face a failure, they don't take rejection as a rejection. So they reject rejection. And that's something we need to do, right? So they don't take, so when people face a failure, some people, oh, I'm a failure. They make a statement. You know, one mistake or one thing goes wrong, one project goes wrong, they take that whole thing as personally. They say, I'm a failure. But what this book is talking about, they say, you just tell yourself that you just missed one opportunity. You just made a mistake. What should I learn from it? Don't take it. So try to reject the rejection. So I know from Atomy, from the start, every day we are going through rejections. Don't take the rejection personally, because once you start taking personally, I know, because I've been there. Once I take those rejections personally, I was digging. I don't want to face anybody. I don't want to call anybody. I don't want to message anybody. But from the moment I was able to reject the rejection, because once I start not taking personally, it doesn't hurt me personally. I was able to move forward. Second part is achievers see failure as temporary, which is true. It's not a permanent thing, right? And achievers see failure as an isolated instant. I mean, that was something kind of new to me, right? Achievers see failure as an isolated incident. So see it as a momentary event, not a lifelong epidemic. Even if you fail now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be stay in your life forever. It's only a temporary. But if from the moment you take it personally, what happened? You keep on saying, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure. You end up ruining your life. I mean, there are many books written about the people who became successful, how they did it. Yes, they failed many places in their life, but they were able to face it. They accept it as a temporary and they move on. So that's something we need to do. I mean, we plan for something, let's say master's project, you didn't make it, that's fine. You just didn't make it for that period. Whatever didn't go well, you make another plan, go for next one. And the person that you are approaching, they reject you, that's okay. It's only a temporary. You move on, you will definitely meet a superhero partner. And number 4, achievers keep expectation realistic. I kind of like this part. So in this book, they made examples. So when you walking on the park, when you climbing a mountain, I mean Mount Everest, your expectations are different. Your mindset needs to be different. You're not gonna climb the Mount Everest like based on the mindset that you're walking on the park. You have to have a different types of mindset, different types of preparation. Everything has to be different. So, people joining an Atomy, dreaming that they want to create a residual income. They want to make a $50,000 a month. But if you want to keep it realistic, in order for you to do that, what does it require? They don't think about what is required. They only think about what they want. So we need to keep our expectation in realistic. I like this one too. Achievers focus on strengths. So focus on what you have, not what you have, on what you don't have. So basically, we all have a different ability. But when you talk to people, oh, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Oh, I cannot do Atomy because I don't know how to talk. I don't know that many people. This book says, don't start talking about what you don't have. Start talking about what you have. Maybe I don't have a good talking skills. I don't have that much contact, but I can smile. As long as you know how to smile, people like you. And once people like you, you can approach them, right? You have a positive energy. That's a strength. Yes, you might not able to explain Atomy's product in a technical terms. That's fine. With your positive energy, just say, use this product. It's good. Then you never know. They might just say yes on the spot, right? So don't focus. John Maxwell says, don't focus on stuff that you don't have. Even just one ability that you have, just focus on that stuff. And you keep moving on. Because some people say, oh, I failed this one because I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. It's just a temporary. And once you start focusing on the stuff you do have, things will happen differently. And number 6, achievers vary approaches to achievement. So have you heard Brian Tracy? Brian Tracy, he's also a very popular author, and I think Brian Tracy really became popular after, what was it, Chicken Soup for Soul? Have you heard that book, Chicken Soup for Soul? And if you read a book, or if you watch the video clip, The Secret, if you have watched The Secret, you will see Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy is the guy that, oh, I really want to make $1 million. How can I make him $1 million? So, I think $1 bill or $100 bill, he put more zeros, and he imagined every day how he can make a $1 million. And he eventually did it, right? He did it. So he also wrote a book about the 4 millionaires, which they made. So it's self-made millionaires. They become millionaire in age 35. In order for them to become a millionaire, it didn't happen overnight. In order for them to become the top, average, how many? 17 different businesses. Imagine. Not just one business make them to the top. Try, fail, 17. They didn't give up. Even after 17, they were able to be on the place where they are. Average is 17, which means some people actually tried more. So I'm trying to find the book title. So he said for millionaire, which they self-made millionaire, which they achieved the goal, age 35. Amazing, isn't it? 35. They tried out average 17 businesses. So for us, getting 1 or 2 rejection, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's a joke. So when partner says, oh, I got rejection today. So I asked him, how many rejection you got so far? Oh, probably like a 10. I laugh about it. Because when you laugh about it, because I think it depends on how you react, they kind of ease down. Because when you say, oh my God, you got 10 rejections, they think it's a lot. It's like, or they think it as, oh, maybe I did something wrong. But when you say, oh, only 10, you got only 10 rejections, and they feel it as, oh, it's okay. It's okay to get 10 rejections. So depend on how we react to our partners or members, number of rejection they got, they also get courage to move on, right? So even if your members said they got 100 rejections, don't get surprised, right? Oh, only 100? You can get more. And very last one. So achievers bounce back. So many of us, I think that's something that Odette mentioned it before too. Of course, we always have up and downs, right? But when we have a down, how are we gonna bounce back? So I love this quote. That's why I got it here. Life is a series, spelling error, sorry. Life is a series of outcomes. Sometimes the outcome is what you want. Great. Figure out what you did right. Sometimes the outcome is what you don't want, but still great. Figure out what you did, so you don't do it again. That's the key to bounce back. So whether you got the positive result, negative result, both are great. If you did it great, good. You can repeat that process again. If you didn't get the result you want, that's still fine. You still have to learn from that mistake to move forward. So that's a 7 thing that what achievers doing once they face a failure. So that's about it from my the book I'm reading this stage, and if once I get more interesting topics, I'll share.